Hello, everybody. This is Adrian Chenault, and if you were on there briefly with us a few minutes ago when we were trying to do this through Facebook, thank you very much for your patience, and luckily we are now in business. And so I am so excited because today we are doing the first of what I think will be many conversations with our users on contact mapping, just getting to really hear directly from the people whose lives that we are impacting, how, what contact mapping has done for them, how it's enabled them to be more effective in their business, and just to get to hear their stories a little bit as well and learn from them. So that's really what it's about for us. It's about enabling all of you to have greater relationships, bigger impact in your business, and just more richness in your entire life. And so, Cori, thank you so much for being on here with us today and being our first guinea pig and rolling with the technical punches here. I appreciate you. How are you today?
I'm great, and thank you. I'm happy to be a part of this. This has been great for my business.
Good, good, good. All right, well, we're going to jump into that. So the first thing is, Cori and my last names are fairly similar, and so we need to figure this out because this is a very important moment. So, Cori, you spell your last name Denault. The moment of truth here, how do you pronounce your last name?
It is Denault.
All right, good, because we're Americans and we mispronounce that French, and that's good. Good job.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is French, but we pronounce yes, it is French, but we do pronounce it Denault.
Good. All right. Excellent. Good. We can continue this interview. This is that was an important first question. Well, Cori, tell us a little bit about you and your business and kind of how you've gotten into the business that you're into today.
So I am with Modere, and it's a social retail marketing company for clean living products. And I have struggled. I've been with the company for about 1.5 years, and I've struggled with trying to keep up with how to follow up with people. And on top of that, I just recently created a women's networking group for our area. We didn't have one. So now I have also contacts for that. And so with my Modere, I was trying to do the notebook. I was trying to do like an activity logbook where you're flipping back through pages. It doesn't work for me. And I came across contact mapping, I think in a direct sales group, honestly. And so I thought I'd try the trial, and it's fantastic because I run my business off my phone. So I have my contacts through the contact mapping on my phone. So I'm not carrying another, a notebook or a logbook trying to keep up with everybody. And I love that.
That is so cool. And isn't that right? I talked to so many people who, there's a notebook, but then this day they forgot their notebook. So then there's another notebook, and then there's some business cards in the purse, and then there's this, and it's like, and like the one thing that you can pretty much be certain is always within 6 feet of your body is your phone. And so yes, you can always rely on that, right?
That is correct.
That is so cool. And so you've been on contact mapping for really just over a month, right? You're pretty new. Is that right?
Yes. Very
cool.
new.
And tell us more, like how are you using it? What is it, what is your sort of daily rhythm of using contact mapping look like?
So I look at it daily, obviously. And I want to do real quick say I did the, when I first started, I did the training with y'all, and that was fantastic. And the little nuance that I took away from that is being able to use the note for just like other things than attaching it to a contact. Yeah. For my busy schedule, that little feature is fantastic. It's so much easier to, use the microphone and put down notes where you're not having to, type them out. I'm not that texter with the thumbs that go crazy. I'm not that gal. Yeah. So this has been fantastic for me.
Yep. Yeah. I am all about, I walk out of the meeting or, I hang up the phone and it's just like, blah, 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 I just, get it out of my head. It's there, even if it misses a word or two, it doesn't matter. You're done and you can move on to the next thing, and you don't have to worry that you are going to, 3 days are going to go by and you're going to go, oh crud, I didn't ever do anything with that person.
Right. And it's so quick to just, like you said, just, turn it on and write, get that down.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about, so inside of this women's networking group that you have gotten involved with and are helping to to lead a little bit as well. How is it working for you with networking sort of in that more sort of traditional networking setting?
It's great because like I said, we just started it and we just had our first meeting in September, but there was about 20 women there that I did not know. We're a very small area. You have to understand, I'm in a very small area, but to be able to just take their brochures and their, information that they left and do a quick voice note. I didn't have to walk away with a bunch of literature.
Yeah.
But I have their contact, and I can put the details in how I met them, so I can kind of determine where I meet these people at.
Totally. Wow, that's really cool. And any other things that you would share just in terms of like, the one thing about contact mapping that is the most helpful for you in the way that you run your business?
It is the follow-up, where you put in, you're going to follow up with them in, a custom date, or, if it's going to be a week, or, they're not going to get back to you. So you can put it out. I love that it pops up who I need to follow up with. So I'm not having to try to figure out who I need to follow up with. I've already kind of determined that, I need to talk to Sally in, 2 days because she's asked me something, or, I just like that we can kind of customize it to each contact. Totally. And I don't have to remember.
Yeah. It makes things much easier. And especially, the more, you're doing things, you're working your business alongside everything else you have going on in your life. And so to be able to kind of stay organized like that makes a huge difference in keeping you on track, right?
Yes, definitely. Because I work a full-time job. So all of this is stuff I have to do on my time and on the side. So it's great that I can just open my, every morning, see who I have to follow up with. And then I know in my nooks and crannies of my day, because sometimes that's all I have to contact people.
Yeah, that's huge, right? Yeah, you're popping out, you've got 15 minutes instead of spending 14 minutes trying to figure out who to call in 1 minute.
Yes, who? Exactly.
you open it and you know exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, I am so inspired by you. You guys, Cori has over 50 notes in a very short period of time. Like, she is going after it. It's fun seeing people that really catch it right away and are off to the races. And so we're really happy to get to be a part of your journey. And I really appreciate you, popping out probably on your lunch break.
Yes.
Conversation and taking the time to share your story with our community and hopefully inspire some others. That's awesome.
Oh yes, thank you. I want to share this with everyone that I can, because it's so helpful. And that's in my line of business that I do for Modere, the follow-up is key. And if you can't even figure out a system to help you follow up, you're just at a loss.
Yeah, it's gonna be much tougher if you don't have that structure in place. So that's awesome. And you guys, those of you who are watching this and listening to this, as you hear Cori's story and hear what she's doing, I think she's like so many of us. She's working a full-time job and passionate about her business on the side and trying to get involved in networking and doing these things, but she has to fit it alongside of a job and fit it alongside all the other things that's happening in her life. And so, if you know people that you're like, oh man, like that really would resonate with this person, or you just feel like maybe you need your community to hear that, tap that share button or comment and tag somebody that that might benefit from this. We would really appreciate that and definitely want to thank you for doing that. So Cori, thank you again. I really, really appreciate it. Any last thing you want to share before we wrap up and let you get a bite to eat before going back to work?
No, I appreciate, I've had nothing but a good experience with contact mapping from the get-go, from the help through the emails that I get from y'all. And then I did that training, and it's a fantastic app to help any of us who are trying to, run a business. And then like you said, you have life going on and you can use it for all areas of your life. I've used it to do a grocery shopping list. Like I said, the notes are fantastic.
That's so awesome.
It is so easy and so awesome that I cannot say enough how great this is. And I thank you for that.
Wow. Well, that's fabulous. Thank you so much. And Cori has mentioned this a couple of times, but as part of contact mapping, you actually get a chance to do a 30-minute training with our onboarding trainer, Elizabeth, who is in addition to being a great trainer, like just the nicest person in the world. And so that's something that if you are going, this sounds good, but I'm not savvy or whatever, we will hold your hand. Like we really are committed to your success. And so I'm really glad that was helpful for you. That's awesome.
Yes, it was great. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you again, Cori. This was really fun. And for those of you who are watching, who are already contact mapping power users, I'd love to do one of these with you guys too. So shoot me a note if you ever want to jump on and we'll do something like this, or we can figure out another way to do it. But Cori, thanks again. Have a great day, and go team Denault Chenault.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.